Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the immigration rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep and simplify it the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.
Mr. Wallaby, we are discussing further again in terms of that application now. Now, you know, individuals' circumstances differs. We have discussed that and touched that. Now, we will not leave that, but to mention the fact that we have a call on the line. We'll just take that call. Mr. Gabriel from France. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hi, Mr. Gabriel from France.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, sir.
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you for tuning into the program. How can we help you? Go straight to your question.
Okay. I have a French passport, and is it possible for my brother in the UK to legalize his status through me?
Mr. Gabriel, we're actually discussing today discretionary leave to remain, and it's important that we stick to that. I see your question there. We may attempt to give you guidance on that, but you can see our program, our email, and our phone number online. We do advise you to call us after this program, then we can discuss that with you, because at this point, we are dealing with discretionary leave to remain applications in the United Kingdom. There may be some form of application that come from your circumstance, but we will diagnose that properly after this program. Call us on the number, and email us on the number on the screen, and then we will discuss that with you after this program. But if you have questions relating to this application, discretionary leave to remain in the United Kingdom, please put that through, and we will attempt to do justice to that. Thank you, by the way, for calling. Thank you. Now, Mr. Wallaby, we are still talking about discretionary leave to remain. Now, before the call came in through, I was putting a question to you, and I've had that in course of practice. A lot of clients have come in, and in as much as the confidentiality rules between the client and solicitor is very much active, but there are some applicants that wouldn't disclose their deeper personal circumstances in terms of criminal convictions. Now, when a criminal conviction is identified in such application, does it have, obviously it is adverse to such application, will it in any way adversely affect that application to the point that even if there is merit in application, will it point to refusal?
In the last few years, the Home Office have become really, really strict in terms of disclosure. A client generally now has a duty to disclose their previous criminal convictions. It's practically an overriding duty. Failure to disclose a criminal conviction is taken to be failure to disclose material information. And really, what it means in terms of the immigration rules is that that person may be excluded from the United Kingdom for 10 years if they're overseas. So if this hypothetical human rights applicant in the United Kingdom were to leave the United Kingdom, there's a question in an VAF application form completed overseas which says, have you ever used deception in an application for entry clearance or leave to remain? An application for discretionary leave is still an application for leave to remain. And then you begin to run into problems. My advice to all clients is tell your solicitor everything. You have a criminal conviction, please disclose it to your solicitor. It's normally the case that certain people would consider that drink driving is not a serious criminal conviction. as far as the Immigration Service is concerned,
yeah,
it needs to
let me stop you there. We'll get back to that. We have a call on the line. Grace, please tell us where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Southeast London.
Right, hi, Grace. Right, thank you for tuning into the program. And we've been discussing discretionary leave to remain application in the United Kingdom. Please go straight to the question.
Yeah, my question is like if you apply for a leave to remain, if you go married with somebody and you don't know that the person gives you fake passport and you send it to the Home Office and they refuse you visa. And now you want to put an application like you, what are you going to do?
Right. I think it's a straightforward answer there. It depends on whether you have knowledge of such a passport that was used or not. But even if you don't know, obviously the Home Office has a way to deal with that. That has been refused. I think it boils down to the fact that you need to seek proper legal advice to diagnose that case properly, to see whether there are issues that you are aware of and things you were not aware of, whether or not there's a relationship between you and the person, whether there's any child involved with that person. I think it's important that you seek proper legal advice. We always recommend this because, as I said earlier, each individual case differs, and it's important to take all the circumstances into consideration before you can arrive to give a very decisive and tailor-made legal advice. Our telephone number is on the screen, our email is on the screen. Contact us after this program, and we endeavor to do justice to that and take up the question, and we may likely get you into the office to diagnose this case properly and take it on from there. Thank you for calling, Grace.
If somebody wants to come to your place, how much will the person pay for?
Right, you call us after this program. We'll have your number after this program. We'll call you to let you know that it is not wise for us to put it on the TV at this point. Call us after this program. We will definitely give you an answer to that and in the way it suits you. Okay, thank you so much, Grace, for calling. Mr. Awolabi, we've been discussing this. You were saying something before a caller came through in terms of the circumstances. You need to inform your solicitor. Give your solicitor full details of your circumstance. Now, a situation where this person honestly believed that this conviction, he thought wasn't a conviction of which you could disclose. You mentioned driving issues. This is what we see that every day in practice. And even a single application you make to the Home Office, even a legitimate within the rules application you make with the Home Office, refusing or deliberately omitting to put a conviction. Now, it's a different topic we'll discuss because I've had that so many times and then runs to appeal because one have to appeal it now. Now, in that circumstance, the person believed genuinely that he thought the conviction he had wasn't conviction in line with the application or disclosure. How do one take that up from there onwards?
There's a straightforward answer to that. There's actually case law. We've mentioned the law of precedent, so that's why your viewers really need to consult a solicitor. If it gets to that stage. There's case authority to the effect that if it is an honest mistake,
we'll have a call coming through. Hello, Mike. You're welcome to the program. This is Law Simplified with Justice. Go straight to the question. Please tell us where you're calling from. Hello, is Mark there? Hello, Mark. Welcome to Law Simplified with Justice. Please go straight to the question. Tell us where you're calling from.
Yes, my question is going to the discretionary leave to remain. And then one of the obligations the lawyer has set up was if you've got family ties in the UK. My question is, how old is your kid have to be like, and what is there any specific age, or just when you have kids?
Right. Mr. Bola, do justice to this question.
Indeed. It used to be, there was a policy in force until 2008 December, and that policy was then revoked by the Home Office. Now all cases of all family cases are considered under the European Convention on Human Rights. So there's no longer a requirement for your child to have lived there for 7 years before you put in an application.
Okay, so the the child needs to be 7 years before you put in that?
I said there's no requirement for a child. The previous policy was that the child should have lived there for 7 years and that the family should be at risk of deportation. But now, because the case is being considered under the Convention on Human Rights, there's no requirement for that child to have lived there for any number of years. So you could make it on the basis that you have a child who is one day old or 10 years old. It's entirely up to you.
All right. Mark, thank you so much for calling. You've got our mobile number and also our email on the screen. Call us after this program. We're very happy to assist you to launch that application. Thank you for calling.
Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the individual rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
We'll bring it to your doorstep and simplified the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.